Hey everyone, my name's Ina and welcome back to my channel. So today I will be doing another requested video and it is going to be my favorite HBC products. But I thought, why not just make it like my HBC or Sann collection hits and misses, right? Para alam niyo naman yung mga maganda and alam niyo rin yung dapat niyong iwasan. So let's go ahead and start because this will be a long video, I know it. Alright, first let me talk about my favorite product from HBC or Sann. And you know what it is. It is the San Soleil Matte Foundation with vitamins A, C, and E and SPF 43. Now the reason why I love this is because it has great coverage, and you know I need great coverage. It also lasts the whole day on my face. It is not matte whatsoever, so I just apply powder over it and it's good to go. It doesn't have that much oil control, but the important part is that after I blot my face or after I blot the oils from my face, it still leaves that great coverage behind. It also doesn't look cakey even after 2 to 3 layers of this foundation, and it has a pump. Plus, the best thing about this foundation is that it is very affordable at only 149 pesos and 50 cents. The only con that I have about this foundation is that you cannot wear it when you are taking photos because it will flash back. It will have a white cast because it has SPF 43, but I don't really mind it because I don't use it when I take flash photography. Also, one downside about this foundation is that it is not available all the time in HBC. It's only available during summer. At least that's what I have observed. It also lasted me quite a long time because a little goes a long way with this foundation. And it's very blendable. You don't need to have any blending skills with this foundation at all. It's a very nice foundation for beginners, and I love it. Also, one con that I have about this foundation is that it only has one shade, and the shade does run quite lightly. This is the swatch of the shade right here. It's really a perfect match for me, but for darker skin tones, you may have a problem with it. So you could actually mix it with other foundations or kayo nang dumiskarte niyan kung paano niyo siya gagamitin. Alright, next up is again one of my favorites, and it is this Sann Two-Way Cake Foundation. I have mine in the shade 01, and it also has SPF 15 and vitamins A, C, and E. As you can see, I have been loving this powder so much. I have hit pan, and I really need to get a new one. But the reason why I really love this Two-Way Cake Foundation is because when you set your foundation or BB cream with this powder, this actually gives you more coverage. And it still doesn't look cakey. It still looks very nice on the skin. It will not look natural or no makeup whatsoever. You will still look like you have makeup on. And it just gives you a very nice and flawless finish, and it also provides oil control for your face. So for us oily skinned ladies, I recommend this one. Plus, it's also very affordable at only 155 pesos. It's not also powdery whatsoever. It actually feels quite creamy. And this is what the shade 01 looks like. It also matches me quite well, and how I use this is I just use this powder puff and I just beat my face with a powder puff, and that actually seals all the foundation and BB cream that you applied on your face. And after a while, you can go ahead and just brush off the excess with a powder brush and you're good to go. I also like using this by itself because, as I said, it provides enough coverage and I'm comfortable going out just with this powder on my face. Next up, let's talk about some eyeshadows. Their Sann single eyeshadows are one of my favorite eyeshadows. They only cost about 50 pesos. Well, actually now they cost 60 pesos, but they're always having a sale, so you can get it for like 40 something pesos. I actually have about 15 in my collection, but these 4 are my favorite. I have this one in Warm Copper Fire, and it's just a nice warm brown shade. It's actually a perfect transition shade, and then, or you can even use it as a bronzer. I hear a lot of people actually use it as a bronzer. The second one I have is in the shade Deep Earth Brown, and I actually really like this shade just to darken up my crease a bit or my outer V. And I also like using it as my contour powder because it's just the perfect cool toned brown shade which doesn't look muddy on my skin tone, and I actually really like it. I've been using this a lot and it still doesn't look like it has a dent on it. See? Next, for my highlight shade, I have this one in the shade Vanilla Bean. As you can see, it's a very nice iridescent white shade. It really highlights your eyes and your inner corners, or you can even use this to highlight like the highest points of your cheeks or your nose. This one is in the shade Yellow Topaz, but it's actually a yellow gold shade with a nice sheen to it. Those eyeshadows are really very nice. They're also really inexpensive, so it's perfect for beginners, and that is actually what I practiced using when I was a beginner, and I can say that they're pretty easy to use and easy to blend as a beginner. Next up is my Sann HD lipstick, or high definition lipstick, with vitamins A, C, and E and SPF 15, and mine is in the shade Nude Brown. Looks like this. That's what the shade Nude Brown looks like. It's not brown whatsoever. It actually looks like a pink shade. Yeah, like a pinky mauve shade, if I may say. These HD lipsticks really smell super nice. It smells kind of like vanilla, or smells kind of like MAC lipsticks in my opinion. The packaging is also super nice. It's not cheap looking whatsoever, and I believe this was only 119 pesos if I'm not mistaken. The lipstick is very creamy. It's not matte. It's actually like a creamy finish. It's just very nice on the lips, not drying whatsoever. It moisturizes your lips at the same time, and I just really like it. It's a very good quality lipstick for the price. Nothing else to say. Right, next let's talk about a concealer. This is the Sann Concealer, and it is in the shade Natural. It also has SPF 15 and vitamins A, C, and E. The shade Natural is actually like 1 to 2 shades lighter than my skin tone, and it's perfect to use on my under eye area. The thing that I don't like about this concealer is that it smells a bit like coconuts, and I don't really like that smell, but if you like it, then go for it. But the coverage is there. The price point is there at only, I don't know, 111 pesos if I'm not mistaken. But it does not last the whole day, even though you set it with powder. By the way, if you are looking for a nice concealer from Sann, I would actually recommend the Sann HD Concealer. That is just a very nice concealer. It actually comes in a packaging like this one, like a brush tip applicator, but it's in a violet packaging, so go ahead and try that if you are looking for a nice concealer from Sann. Full coverage, lasts all day, and covers all of your imperfections, I tell you. Also, very affordable. Alright, next up, let's talk about some blushes. I have 4 blushes to share with you guys today. First, let me talk about this Sann Cheek Blusher in the shade Peach Blush. It has a really nice packaging, right? That's what the shade Peach Blush looks like. It's a very nice peachy orangey shade, and I really use this a lot during the summertime because it was just appropriate to use this in the summertime. It also has a sponge included in this kit, and it has a mirror included as well. I believe this was only like 130 pesos, so very affordable for the amount of product that we have here. The only thing is that this blusher is a bit powdery, so you really have to pat off the excess. But it is very blendable, and it's actually quite pigmented. It's okay. It's not super pigmented. It's really good for beginners so that you don't accidentally pack on too much product on your face. Alright, up next is this Sann Rosa collection blush in the shade Berry Bloom, and this also has SPF 15 and vitamins A, C, and E. The packaging is also super cute, right? See? And here's the blush. It actually has a nice pattern to it, if you can see that. This blush though is super pigmented. I mean, do you see that? Bam! Pigment bahanap mo. This is actually very affordable at only 75 pesos. However, it is quite hard to find because this collection is a limited edition collection. So yeah. Next blush is this Sann Blush Mosaic in the shade Peach Flame. This is from their Champagne Temptation collection, and it looks like this. So you have 4 shades of blush inside, actually 3 shades of blush, and you have 1 highlighter. This highlight is actually just a very subtle highlight. That's what it looks like right there, if you can even see it. And if you mix all the shades of the blush together, this is what it looks like. This is actually one of my favorite blushes of all time because it just gives you a very nice bronzy, peachy glow to your face, and I really like that, especially with like a smoky eye, which is the kind of looks that I like to rock. Really like it, and I believe this is only like 125 pesos, but it is like a limited edition kind of product, so it may be a bit hard to find. Alright, so the last blush that I have here is this Samson Blush On. It's from their Age Defense line. It also has SPF 15 and vitamins A, C, and E. If I can open it. Okay. This is in the shade 03, and it's that really nice pink shade with a bit of a sheen to it. It's a very nice blush. It's not as powdery as the other blushes. That's the shade right there. See? If you can see that. On my very awkward swatch right there. It's a very nice pink shade with a bit of a sheen to it, so you don't really have to apply any highlight anymore. It's very nice to use during the day because it gives you that nice glow to your face, that healthy glow on your face when you use this blush. And this is also very affordable at around 120 pesos only, and it's also easy to find, unlike the other limited edition ones. So I recommend this one to you guys. Alright, next up I have some lashes. These are the lashes that I have to share for you guys today. This only cost me 20 pesos and 75 cents, and it's called the False Lashes Single Black NE36. I actually use this in my one brand tutorial where I used all Sann products. I will put a link in the description box below in case you want to see that. I really like them. They're of good quality. It was not destroyed after 2 uses, and actually I can still use these lashes around, I don't know, 3 times more. And to think it's only 20 pesos, right? Okay, next up, let me talk about another lip product. This is the Sann Lip Gloss Pen with vitamins A, C, and D, and this is in the shade 07 or Topaz. And it's just like a brush tip applicator, if you can see. I actually really do like this lip gloss. That's the shade right there. It's actually a very nice brown, peachy brown shade. It's like, you know, that Kylie Jenner vibe, but it's a lip gloss, so it's not the Kylie Jenner vibe. So it's a very nice color, and it actually smells really nice. Smells super good. It's just quite sticky, so if you don't like sticky lip glosses, this will not be the product for you. But I believe this was only like 100 pesos? Basta, less than 130 pesos, I'm sure of that. Alright, next I have this Sann Twist Eyebrow Pen with vitamins A, C, and E, and this is in the shade, I forgot because this actually doesn't have like the name of the shade, but it's like a dark brown shade, I believe. It's a retractable eyebrow pen, and that's really nice so that you don't sharpen anymore. You don't have to sharpen it anymore. Twist mo lang siya ng ganyan and lalabas na yung product. I bought this for like 98 pesos. It's a bit dark for my hair, so I don't really use it that often, but it's a very nice product actually. It lasts for quite some time on my brows. At ang pinagpawisan na ako, nasa brows ko pa rin siya, and it's really nice. It's also very nice and handy. You can easily put this inside your makeup bag, and you don't need to bring a sharpener anymore, which is really neat, right? Alright, the next 3 products are the stuff that I do not recommend from Sann. The misses of HBC or Sann. First, let me talk about an eyeliner or a Kohl liner. There it is. It's the Samson Kohl eyeliner with vitamins A, C, and E. This is in the shade black, and that's what it looks like. That's how black it is right there. It's not super black. See, you actually have to build it up to get it to a nice black, super black shade. I actually tried tight lining with this, and it was super hard to get it really black. So I ended up having teary eyes, and it just messed up my makeup. The pencil is just really hard, and it's not nice to work with a hard pencil when you're working with your eyes, right? Because you want like a soft pencil. Kohl eyeliners are supposed to be soft and creamy, right? So I don't know what they're doing about this pencil. It's just really hard, and it doesn't have that much pigment to it, and I just don't like it. I don't recommend this at all. So next products that I don't recommend from Sann are these lip liners. I have the brown one, the pink one, and the red one. These lip liners are actually really nice and smooth. They're also quite creamy, so it's very easy to line your lips with them. The only thing that I don't like about these lip liners is that they are so freaking hard to sharpen. I've used a couple of sharpeners already with this one. I cannot get them to a nice point, and it's just such a hassle to sharpen them. Just don't like it. I don't like them. Even though they're only 60 pesos, I do not recommend them. Alright, so the last item that I have here is this Samson makeup sponge. This is what it looks like. It's actually not really that squishy, and I believe this was only like 60 or 80 pesos. So as you can see, it's actually quite hard. It comes in this shape right here, and even though you wet this, it doesn't become fluffy or it doesn't actually grow in size. It just maintains this size, and I don't know what's up with that. It's quite hard. It's hard to blend the product with this sponge because it's too small. It's just not nice to work with, so I don't recommend using this sponge. Much rather buy the Daiso sponge, this one. Much rather buy this sponge if you're on a budget. This is only 88 pesos and it works super great. Hindi pa ito nakahalf sa magagawa ng Daiso sponge. So this is not a nice sponge. I hate it. I hate this one. Alright guys, so that is the end of this HBC products or Sanson products hits and misses, and I hope that you enjoyed watching. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel to see more videos and to help this plump caterpillar to become a butterfly. Also, don't forget to comment down below on any video requests or any questions that you have for me. I will be happy to answer your comments as soon as possible, and it always gives me a smile on my face when I read your comments. So again, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye! Mwah.